Yo, 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 yo. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It's the Great Debate Show. I'm your host, Jarvis Jeffries. Terrence Smith is still working right now, but I came in here because I had a few things to say. I got something to say. Some breaking news that went on today in the NFL world. Antonio Pierce, former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, has been fired. We already know about Gerard Mayo being fired Sunday evening, right after the game, pretty much. And also today, general manager of the Tennessee Titans, Rand Carthon, was also fired with the Tennessee Titans. Who wants to take the general manager job in Tennessee? Who wants to take the head coaching job right now with the Las Vegas Raiders? Now, having the number one pick of the draft for the Titans, it could make it a bit intriguing. But the Tennessee Titans just seem to be like an embarrassment right now. And I want to say a few things about Amy Adams, the owner of the Tennessee Titans. She has zero patience, it seems. Absolutely zero patience. She's changed her entire tone from 360 days ago or so to now on how she feels about Rand Carthon and the rest of the people in the front office. And he's fired right now, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Look, I know that this season was not good. I understand that they spent some money in free agency, but yet they still have the number one pick for the 2025 draft. I get all of that. However, it's one season, because what I'm being told from doing my research, talking to a few Titan fans, looking on social media, seeing what Titan fans have to say, and a few other, analysts, NFL analysts and things like that. It sounds like to me, Rand Carthon, even though this is 2 years that he was there, he wasn't in full control. He wasn't in the driver's seat his first season. He didn't call all the shots. It was like a combination, a partnership between he and what's this guy that I'm hearing about? What's this guy I've been hearing about here? Brinkley? Is it Brinkley? Let me get that right. Let me make sure I get that right. No, I'm sorry, Brinker. Jack Brinker. He had a lot to do with some of the draft picks last year, including Will Levis. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody get in the comments and tell me. It's okay. I'm not a Titan fan. I don't know all things Tennessee Titans. We don't talk Tennessee Titans a lot on this show. But, hey, Amy Adams is some of the reason why. Her team stinks. And it always has for quite some time. It's been like that for a while. But John Robinson, former general manager of the Tennessee Titans, left the Tennessee Titans in such a bad shape. I'm not sure if one full season being in the driver's seat was enough time to get Rand Carthon to get the Titans back to the winning ways, back into the playoffs, into the postseason and things like that. I just don't know. But from what I'm hearing, Jack Brinker should also be gone. He makes decisions. He's been making decisions and things like that too in the Titans front office. A lot of people think that it was stupid to fire Rand Carthon. And to me, them firing him, let me just give you a few comments on what Titan fans say, because I don't know much about the Titans. Somebody said something that really caught my eye. Somebody said Rand Carthon and Jack Brinker should be gone also. Or does Miss Amy Adams have any idea how to run an NFL team? Her dad had a hard time doing it as well. Ouch. Somebody else says 23 head coaches in franchise history in the same time frame that Pittsburgh has had only 5 versus the Titans 23. This has always been a mediocre franchise. And here's a funny one here for me. Somebody said firing Rand Carthon was stupid. The best analogy my father said about this team is that Rand went out and bought a Ferrari. Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Sweat, and put Walmart tires on it. And those Walmart tires is Will Levis in parentheses. I thought that was pretty funny. Rand Carthon went out and bought a Ferrari and put Walmart tires on it. But Will Levis is not Rand's pick. From what I'm being told, he's not 100% Rand's pick. Yes, he was the general manager, but he didn't get the full, he didn't get the driver's seat. He didn't get the keys to the car by himself to run that organization, I was told, until this past offseason here. And so one draft is not enough. It's not good enough, in my opinion. I mean, so Mayo fired in New England, which was bullshit. I'm sorry. What did you think he was going to do with that team, with that roster in 1 year? What did you think he was going to do? But now you're picking at like number 4 and you get rid of him? He got the quarterback right. That's something that Rand didn't even do if Rand made the pick. Mayo got the quarterback right. They're saying that Drake May is a franchise quarterback. So why would you fire Mayo? And then I moved to Antonio Pierce with the Raiders. Yeah, they were 4-13. They were. But this was his first full season as a head coach. Where's the patience, Mark Davis? John Gruden didn't have that many wins as a coach either. I don't want to hear about him being canceled. He didn't win a lot of games either. 4-13 is not good. No, it's not. But damn it, he's in the AFC West with the boogeyman Patrick Mahomes, the back-to-back champion Kansas City Chiefs that no one can beat. Harbaugh's now there as a Charger. The Broncos, Sean Payton is there as a Bronco. Yeah, he's going to be the 4th best head coach in that division for now. But they should have just kept losing some games and they would have had the number 1 or the number 2 pick and they could have turned the franchise around. But no, he got the team to play hard, to still play for him, to continue to buy in, even though this season is over. And they win a few more games here that they probably shouldn't have, especially last week. And now here they are sitting like number 4, number 5 in the draft. Number 5, I believe, when they could have been number 1 or 2. But still, 4-13 is not good, I admit. But, you know, Dan Campbell's first season, he was 3-13-1. He's still the head coach, and he's probably about to take his team to the Super Bowl. I don't like the fact that these black coaches are all fired and general managers, but yet Brian Dable is still a head coach for the Giants. Mike McDaniel isn't going anywhere with the Dolphins. And I'm not saying, I know those are different owners, those are different general managers calling the shots. I get it, but damn, why so impatient? Why so impatient? I mean, are the Rooneys in Pittsburgh the only people, you know, who believe in keeping a black coach around for a while? I mean, like, damn, what could Pierce do with that Raider team that had a lot of injuries on defense, but they need a quarterback? And the word is in Las Vegas is that Aiden O'Connell should have been starting over Gardner Minshew, but it wasn't Antonio Pierce's call to go with Gardner Minshew. And back to the Titans with Rand. Oh, man, I tell you. The Titans are now about to be paying 2 general managers and soon a 3rd and 2 head coaches, because I think they're still paying John Robinson right now. But that man screwed up so bad. You could have gave Rand 1 more year. Let's see what he does with the number 1 pick. It almost seems as if, you know, Rand was asked by Amy Adams, you know, what are you going to do with this number 1 pick? Who do you have in mind on drafting at number 1 now that we have the number 1 pick? And I think whatever his answer was, Amy Adams did not agree with it. She wasn't with it. She wasn't feeling it. And there it is. I could be wrong, but it just seems that, you know, that's what it is. She makes a lot of ill-advised decisions. Very impatient, just so quick. I mean, and let's be honest, didn't Will Levis get Rand fired out of Tennessee? He's bad. And I know what you're saying, well, he drafted him, didn't he? I don't know. I don't think he did. I don't think it was fully on him. But for Rand to be fired, and they've got the #1 pick coming up, why? Why now? You can't give him another year? You're giving the head coach another year. Why? Why does he deserve another year? Because he had to play with that quarterback? Because he had to coach, that quarterback all year? I understand that if you don't get enough wins in this league, you will be replaced. But we've gotten to a point now in the NFL to where there's just no patience at all. At all. There's a theory going on right now that Tom Brady, a part owner of the Raiders, wants Mike Vrabel, his buddy, to be the head coach of the Raiders. And he can definitely make it happen, or at least, be in whoever's ear he needs to be in to make that happen. He's a part owner. And he can lean over and tell Mark Davis, hey, go get Vrabel. But who's he going to draft with that pick? How good was Vrabel in Tennessee? Why is everybody running to Vrabel? Chicago Bears, I'm hearing, could go get him. I'm hearing that the Cleveland Browns, no, not the Cleveland Browns, the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets, and now possibly the Raiders are looking at Vrabel. Why? The Patriots could go get him. And the word is that Brady doesn't want Vrabel. He's going to try to talk Vrabel from taking that job with Robert Kraft and the Patriots because of how he was let go in New England, how Brady was let go from New England, and he wants to kind of stick it to him, and he wants him to come coach the Raiders, which is partially Brady's team now. I don't know how true any of that is, but I'm just saying this is what could happen. But why is Vrabel such a hot ticket? Why is he such a hot commodity right now? What did he have, like one playoff season in Tennessee? One playoff win? I'm not sure. What did he do? He's a hype, but come on, man. Mid. Why is everybody barking up his tree right now? Why is everybody trying to get him on a dinner date? I don't understand it. What do you think he's going to do? Yeah, so Mayo is out with the Patriots. Antonio Pierce is out with the Raiders. And now the general manager, Rand Carthon, is out from the Tennessee Titans. The only Caucasian head coach that has been fired so far, I think, is Doug Peterson. But wait a minute. Doug Peterson had more than one full season, didn't he? Wait a minute. He had more than 2 full seasons, didn't he? And he had a so-called, we say, you say, everyone says or thinks or thought that Trevor Lawrence was a franchise or is a franchise quarterback. And he had all that time. The Jaguars had more patience with Doug Peterson than these teams are having with these black coaches and general managers. And I hate to bring that race stuff up, but damn. What do you see? I'm not saying that Rand did a great job in Tennessee with the Titans. I'm saying, has he been there long enough to say he really stunk up the joint? You can't get everything the Titans needed in one offseason, because I'm being told that this past offseason last year was his first offseason being in full control. Whoever this Jack Brinker guy is, they said he played his hand in this too. So I'm just trying to figure out why he was the only one fired. Why not why not clean out the whole house? So let's look at positions that the Titans probably, whiffed on. They didn't get the tackle position right. They didn't go get pass rusher or whatever right. But you can't get everything in one offseason. They went and got a running back to replace Derrick Henry. Pollard had a good year as a free agent, I thought. Calvin really had a good year from what I saw as a free agent signing. I don't know how much the contracts were or how much money that was spent. Maybe Amy Adams thinks that that's too much money that was spent. 14 is going to have the #1 pick in the draft. But I thought that offense would have been a lot better if that quarterback didn't stink it up. Will Levis lost 3 or 4 games single-handedly himself in the first 5 weeks of the season. I saw that with my own eyes, and then I said, I'm not watching this anymore. This is terrible. And that's what the Titans were, terrible. Mainly because of Mr. Mayo, the quarterback Will Levis. He sucks. He's hot dumpster juice. That's who got Rand fired. Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, they got Antonio Pierce fired. How about seeing if the Raiders can get Cam Ward out of Miami Or if Shedeur Sanders slips, how about trying one of those quarterbacks before you say, we're going to let him go? And I get Mark Davis fired Josh McDaniels, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of season 2. I get that. But Antonio Pierce didn't get season 2. I don't count that interim crap that went on last year. I count just this year. And 4-13, what did you think that it was going to be with those quarterbacks and you getting rid of one of the best wide receivers that they had in quite some time? At one point, he was the best wide receiver in the game in Devontae Adams. I don't know about his decision making. I'm not a Raider fan, so I can't tell you everything like I can tell you about my Niners. But from the outside looking in, and I admit I am outside, it just seems that there's just not enough patience with Amy Adams in Nashville, with the Tennessee Titans, with Mark Davis and the Las Vegas Raiders. And then there's Robert Kraft, who handpicked Bill Belichick's successor. What changed so fast overnight with these owners and general managers to say, we don't want you anymore, after just saying that you're going to be my guy? I'm glad that the Patriots did win on Sunday. The Patriots don't deserve a #1 pick. I just wanted to come in and just talk about those firings because I just thought that they're all a little too soon, especially Gerard Mayo and Rand Carthon. I just don't think Rand had enough time. You didn't fully give him the keys until this past offseason. I admit, Will Levis, that was a bad swing, but it's not like Kyle Shanahan, who gave up 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. He picked Will Levis in the 2nd round. Or they, I should say, picked Will Levis in the 2nd round. And was hoping for their best bang for their buck, but they didn't get that. So I wonder what the Titans are going to do now with the #1 pick. They've got to get a general manager. Is this the time to do all of that when you've got the #1 pick? What if you bring someone in who just is not a fan of the quarterbacks, even though the quarterback may be the answer? It is the answer for the Titans franchise. They need that. And I'm not saying that the quarterbacks in this draft is the answer. They may not be. But if one of them is, what if they hire a general manager and, you know, he says, well, I like Travis Hunter. I want him. But he's not a game changer. He's not going to turn the organization around. It has to be a franchise quarterback. What if the general manager says, this team isn't that bad? We're going to reload, just like we did last year. Well, why would you fire Rand if this general manager is going to do the same thing Rand Carthon did? So are they going to draft a quarterback, or is she going to bring somebody in who says, I'm going to go try to kick the tires on Aaron Rodgers, or I'm going to take a chance on Kirk Cousins, and we're going to draft a quarterback in the 2nd and the 3rd round? Or we're going to bring in Justin Fields to back him up? I don't know. Do you think that would work? With Ridley at wide receiver, they may spend some more money and go get T. Higgins. We know he knows the offense. He comes from the Bengals. Their head coach right now comes from the Bengals. But that's not rebuilding. And that's still short term if you go get an Aaron Rodgers or a Kirk Cousins. You still don't have a franchise quarterback. Those guys, time is running out. I mean, running out. If they even come back and play next year. But if they do, I'm just trying to come up with scenarios of what a general manager will do. What would they do differently from what Rand was going to do? It's the #1 pick. It's kind of a no-brainer. You don't let him stay to make that decision and see where that goes. Amy Adams needs more patience. And I like the fire that she has. I like the passion that she has. I like how she talks about the Titan fans, and she wants the Titan fans to be happy. They deserve more. They deserve better. I get that. Hell, my brother is a Titan fan. Long Titan fan. Houston Oilers fan. But it seems like Amy Adams is tired of seeing her Tennessee Titans wearing throwback Houston Oilers uniforms and helmets and get their asses kicked by the new Houston team every single time. And I think that pissed her off. I think emotionally she was frustrated, and she quickly makes these impulse decisions and say, hey, you're out. I'm not happy with the win-loss results. Let me read what Amy Adams said. I think I have that in here somewhere. What was her statement? She said that I love the time I spent with Rand. He's a talented football mind, a great man, a friend, and to everyone along his path. It's impossible to ignore that our football team hasn't improved over the past 2 years. I am deeply disappointed in our poor win-loss record during this period. Of course, but my decision also speaks to my concern about the long-term future. Should we stay the course? Now, I don't understand why she would say, should we? I love this team more than you can imagine. To our fans, we know this level of performance isn't acceptable. We're humbled by your support as we continue to work towards building the team you expect and deserve. Amy Adams, owner of the Tennessee Titans. Rand is out. She ran asses right out of the building. And I just think that was a little too soon. Who are you going to replace him with? I'm going to ask Titan fans who are happy with this decision the same thing Niner fans have asked me. If the Niners fire Kyle Shanahan, who are you going to replace him with? There's a handful of people that I would replace Kyle Shanahan with and get the same, if not better, results. But we're not talking about my Niners or Kyle Shanahan right now. We're talking about your Titans. Who are you going to replace him with? Who are you going to go get? Or are you going to let the Jack Brinker dude, just play general manager role right now until you hire one full time? Because I heard he was promoted to vice VP of player personnel or something like that. Why? What did he do to deserve that? More Titan fans pissed off. She has no business saying she liked working with Rand after 2 years and trying to fix things. Somebody else says, I don't know if I can support this team anymore. Rand was the only guy in this organization with, damn, I'm sorry. I can't read all of that. That got cut off there or something. But somebody else says, I have no idea what is going to happen for the Titans moving forward. But tighten up, damn it. Why is Brinker still in charge then? Sounds like he's the actual general manager. He should be fired too. Somebody else says Amy Adams is panicking and imploding. Shaking my head. This is so embarrassing. This is what happens when we're talking about Titans, Raiders, every 18 months or so. This is sad. This is embarrassing. And I feel for Titan fans and Raider fans and Patriots. And what they're doing with these head coaches and general managers on such a short leash. What in the hell was Mayo supposed to do with that Patriot roster this year in 1 year? That's just terrible. And I don't want to even read what Robert Kraft said because it's all a bunch of BS. So I'm going to stop before everybody unfollows me and cancels me, although it doesn't really matter. I'm already canceled. I'm not playing the race game or the race card here at all. I'm just saying Doug Peterson is the only head coach that's been fired since Sunday who isn't black. And Doug Peterson was there 3 or 4 years. He should have got the axe a year or two ago. But he had more time. And he had a franchise quarterback, so that's what they tell me, in Trevor Lawrence. These teams do not have franchise quarterbacks. What do you expect? What results are you expecting in the win-loss column when Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew is your quarterback in Las Vegas? When Will Levis is your quarterback in Nashville? And I mean, that boy is trash. Hot dumpster juice. He got Rand fired. They win more games in September, and maybe they won't quit like they did in October if he doesn't give away games to the Bears, throw away games to the Jets. I thought Pollard and Ridley had a good season. I think they'll probably try to reload and get T. Higgins. They'll probably go get a bridge quarterback like Cousins or Aaron Rodgers. But I think if they do that, they're messing up. Just rebuild this thing. Just blow it up, start from the ground up, get the base with Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. Or if you're not sold on those quarterbacks, then I guess you trade back and you get more picks. And you go ahead and you draft the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter. And now you've got a corner, maybe 2 good corners. when you draft him, and a punt returner, and a playmaker on offense. You get all of those things. But you better make sure you get a haul of picks for trading down to do that. But yeah, if you don't believe in those quarterbacks, by all means do that. But is she gonna hire the right person to be their new general manager that even has the football knowledge to know those things? She needs better scouts. The general manager needs to have the better scouts. And I just wanted to just say how impatient she is. I do. And I was happy with what she did, like 2 seasons ago when she fired John Robinson, because she did it the day after A.J. Brown killed her Titans. That was a FU to the general manager saying, look what he did to us. And you traded that motherfucker away? Get your ass out of here. You're fired. I love that. So I'm not trying to call her a racist or anything because she got rid of Rand in 2 years. I'm just saying it's a lot of black people that got fired yesterday and today. And I think it was a little bit too soon. But I love what she did to John Robinson. He deserved that shit. He really stuck it up. But he stuck it up so bad, Amy, you got to give Rand a little bit more time. And if you messed that pick up, if that was a wrong decision and Rand isn't cut out for this general manager job, that still falls back on you, Miss Adams, because you made that decision. So I just wanted to just come in for a minute and say that these owners are terrible. And this is the reason why people like Mark Davis will never be successful, will never win a Super Bowl. Hell, I'm hearing he may bring back John Gruden. That's the rumor that's floating around Raider Nation right now. I don't know how true that is, but I have heard rumors that John Gruden may be coaching again in 2025 in the NFL. I don't know how true that is. But you've got people like Brian Flores, who should be a head coaching candidate. We know about Ben Johnson in Detroit as the OC. Aaron Glenn, the DC in Detroit. And we know they're going to get interviewed because they got to apply to that Rooney Rule, like the Patriots are doing right now, interviewing Byron Leftwich as a head coach. You know damn well, Kraft, you don't want Byron Leftwich as your head coach. You're just sticking to the rules, and then you're going to try to bring in a Mike Vrabel, or I don't know. I'm hearing Brady's trying to talk Vrabel out of going to New England and taking the Raider job. And that's why they hurried up and got rid of Antonio Pierce. I don't know how true that is. Now, I did hear that some Raider fans think that Antonio Pierce, he wasn't that good with his decision-making. And if that's true, hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, I'm a Niner fan. I couldn't wait for Mike Singletary to get fired. I don't give a damn about that race shit. If you're bad, you're bad. I'm just saying that doesn't it always kind of seem like the black coaches don't get enough time? Unless you're Mike Tomlin or Marvin Lewis in his days in Cincinnati. That's just what it seems like. That's all I'm saying. That's just what it seems like. I'm Jarvis Jeffries. Hope you enjoyed. This has been another episode of The Great Debate Show. Just wanted to give you the breaking news. General Manager Rand Carthon fired. Head coach Antonio Pierce fired from the Raiders. And we know Mayo is fired from the Patriots. Brian Dable, not fired from the Giants. Mike McDaniel, not fired from the Miami Dolphins. And as of right now, that's all I've got. College football playoffs continue Thursday night. See how that goes. I got Notre Dame and Ohio State for the championship. Wild card weekend coming up this weekend. Can't wait. Go back and listen to the previous episodes. I gave you my predictions for the entire playoff picture. Check that out if you can. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching live on YouTube. For the people that are listening to this episode, go back and check it out on YouTube. The Great Debate Show, available wherever you get your podcasts. Rate, review, and follow. Hit the subscribe button and download each and every episode, so you will be notified when a new episode is up. I'm out. Me and Terrence will be back later in the week. Y'all be safe out there and stay warm. Peace.